Jillian Butler is in her element. She's the owner of Jillian's Cakery, allowing her to live out her dream of baking cakes and spreading the joy of eating them. But while she doesn't need help in the kitchen, her business plan could do with some help.
So Jillian, thanks for having me here today. Can you tell me how Jillian's Cakery came about?
We've been going now for about 3.5 years and I absolutely love it. It's my passion. I love being in the neighbourhood that we're in Surry Hills, New South Wales. It's a wonderful environment to be in. Everybody's very friendly. And I have come to the point where I'm doing really great at the business side. However, I'm not actually bringing in my own salary.
So you don't pay yourself a salary. Tell me, how is that impacting your home and your family life?
By not paying myself a salary, it makes everything have to rely on my husband's salary. And while we're okay for the moment, it's getting to the point now where we're going to start having to dip into savings if I don't start paying myself. So I take very little from the company because I want to be able to reinvest it, and because it's something that I absolutely love, I don't mind doing that. But now it's, getting to the point where I need to.
So tell me, what does a day at Jillian's Cakery entail?
Well, the alarm goes off at 5:30. I jump up, quickly get in the car to go at 6 o'clock and be here by 6:30. Get everything ready for the opening at 7:30, and from 7:30 onwards, it's go, go, go. I'm always running to and fro. I can be a barista for 1 minute, a customer service representative, I'm a cleaner, a busboy, a payroll person. I pretty much do every job every day, and I run around until about 4 o'clock when the cafe closes. Get home at about 5 o'clock, pick up my son, we come home, prepare dinner, and after we put my son to bed, I'll do some paperwork, answer emails, so it's constant.
Yeah, so do you have any time off at all? So holidays, school holidays, your own family holidays?
Well, I try very hard to have a work-life family balance, because I do think it's important for us as a family and also for myself. So we are closed on Sundays. That's a conscious decision that we make in business as well. We know that it's going to add a little bit of a pinch to the bottom line, but that's a conscious decision that we make.
So to determine how to pay, where do you start? There's two things we need to look at. Number one is you want to determine what is your household income. So what's the bare minimum you need? So you said you're relying on your husband a bit at the moment. That is obviously going to be tough. But you also need to look at the business, and it needs cash flow for the lifeblood. So there's a bit of a mix there. I would suggest starting with what is the bare minimum that you need, because you can always review and bump it up over time. What you don't want to do is take too much, starve the business, and then have to put money back in. That defeats the whole purpose.
A really important point there. Always start with the bare minimum you need in your pocket, and you can always work your way up when business conditions improve.
So Brad, I started Jillian's Cakery with the vision of being able to bring my beautiful cakes to the people of Sydney. How important is it that I pay myself a salary?
It's very important that you pay yourself a salary. I mean, your team get paid a salary. If you worked a corporate job or for someone else, you get paid a salary. So why don't you pay yourself a salary? It's a bit of a core fundamental. Like you were saying, you have Sundays off and you have public holidays off. You should also be paying yourself some sort of a salary.
So how do I know how much to pay myself?
Right, so if you have a look at your personal budget, your household income, that's going to give you a good indicator. You said you're relying on your husband's wage and it's putting a bit of a pinch on him. What we want to look at is what is that pinch? What is that buffer? And it might just be small at the start, but the point with paying yourself is get started, start with something small, and it is a principle of running the business. Get in the habit of it. Remember, the business is here to serve you. I know you love it and they're great cakes, but it's to serve you. So don't let it turn the other way around and you become a slave to it. This is a good principle to put in place.
And how do I know how regularly I should be paying myself? Should I pay myself at the same time as my staff get paid, or should I just do it in a lump sum or a little bit every day?
Yeah, I would suggest paying yourself when your staff get paid. I mean, it just brings that whole culture together instead of you as the boss and everyone else. start to do a lot of things together in the business. So paying yourself regularly, coming up with an amount, you can start to incorporate some of the tax things like withholding some tax and paying yourself super. But then when you get closer to the end of the year, around April and May, that's a good time to check in with your accountant because they might have some great strategies, maybe to make yourself look a bit better if you wanted to, say, buy an investment property, or how to trim back the tax you're going to pay.
And speaking about tax, how do I know that I'm actually being tax efficient?
Right, so starting out drawing a small wage, there's going to be minimal amount of tax payable on it. Then along the way, what you're going to be doing is working with your accountant if you want to make changes, because they're going to know far more about this than any small business owner. So they can maybe help you avoid some pitfalls or share some strategies so you are being efficient and you don't cop a massive tax bill by surprise at the end of the year that you could have easily avoided by picking up the phone and having a quick meeting with your accountant.
On from that, what are some of the pitfalls or the mistakes that small businesses make, and how can I avoid making those?
So there's mainly two big ones. People come from a corporate job and they're used to a big salary. So they just start paying themselves that big salary, but it's just not going to survive. The business is going to run out of money and you're going to find yourself in hot water. The other thing that they do is they just start taking drawings from the business. So they don't take a proper wage, put their hand in the till, I need this much money this week, I need this much money that week. So you can't keep track of what you've done, but the business has got this lumpy cash flow because someone keeps putting their hand in the till. So again, it's working with your accountant to determine where do we start, and then depending on the structure of your business, some people are companies, some run through a trust, some are something a little bit more simple. There's a whole lot of different rules that apply to all of them. So you've been voted some of Sydney's best cakes. So tell me, what does the future hold for Jillian's Cakery?
I would love to be able to take Jillian's Cakery around the Sydney Metroplex and bring old cakes to as many people as I can.
Because we all need definitely more cake in our system every day, don't we?
We do. Life is sweeter with cake, of course.